Well, I think there's certainly a role there at that position for him, first and foremost to continue to do some of the strengths that he has, be a primary defender, kind of the stopper of the group, whether it's big or small or in the middle. Certainly like some of the things he's doing away from the action, the cuts to the basket when there's double teams, the offensive rebounding, and then obviously the shooting's going to have to be there too, because if you're gonna pick anybody on our team out there, he might be a candidate you pull off of a little bit further than other guys, but he can make them pay, and he's going to need to. But he's continue to give him the reps. I would imagine his minutes will stay pretty high here down the stretch, comparatively speaking.
When all the absences that you've gone through this year, I mean, at every position, when Mark and Serge are out at the same time, is that as tough as it gets for you in terms of sort of filling in the gaps?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think for sure. I think that could be the case if you're ever missing both your guys kind of at the one position. Like I'm not sure we've missed Kyle and Fred at the same time this year. Seems like we might have one time or something. But that gets it tough, because you're there's nobody there, and then there's obviously need somebody else that isn't there to replace that person. If that makes any sense.
It does. When Serge comes back, what do you miss with him out? He's had his season's been half starting, half coming off the bench, but every time he's in there, he seems to be doing something. What are you missing without him, or when he's not in there?
Well, I mean, he's his size and his shot blocking are always an added bonus out there. His leadership as well. I think I'm encouraged by a lot of the things Serge is doing this year, and I'm almost most encouraged by his versatility on defense. He's really guarded the perimeter well when he's got switched out onto primary scorers and things like that, and that's humongous to be able to say he can do that, because we can vary the coverages so much more, or not have them at all, just go to straight switching, and when you do that, it usually gives you a chance to keep the ball in front of you. And then if you're switching onto a big that can't keep the ball in front, then you're right back to where you started with anyway. So being able to switch and have a guy that's moving his feet and using his experience and kind of gamesmanship to play those guys has been a real plus, I think, this year.
You expect to get Fred back tomorrow, or do you know at this point?
Yeah, I think that we're close with both him and Mark. I mean, they both have a chance to play. We've got them listed as questionable, but all things are pointing towards a possibility for one or both or either of them to go tomorrow. Yeah.
Have you ever coached a team with 7 guys who've gone off for 30 points at various times in the season?
I have to go back and look at that. I doubt it. That's kind of a weird stat, and it's cool. I think it's great to see that that certain guys on any night can get it going, and we're going to need that, I think. Just like to take that number up a couple if we could.
Yeah, we
get to 9 guys.
I guess you want one. Is it better to have one guy who could go for 30 almost in a game, or a bunch of different guys who are a threat?
Well, I think that anytime you can have somebody that can get hot and kind of carry a portion of the game is always a big lift, right? And I would even look back to last year's playoffs. You could name a lot of guys who had huge nights. You could name, Fred and Pascal and Kyle and Serge and Mark, and you could name a lot of guys that had. Norm snuck a couple in there too. So I think that scoring the ball becomes a premium in the playoffs, and to have some guys that can get hot, guys that can create their own. Guys that can read playing off double teams and things like that is critical.